Good afternoon. Thank you for being here today. I'm here from the Institute of Engineering and Technology. I am the chair of the newly renamed Institute IET Media Technical Network. And I'm here to introduce the sessions we're actually running this afternoon, which have been loosely titled The End of Broadcast, which are looking at the changes that are underway in our industry in the move from traditional broadcast delivery towards IP-based content delivery and consumption. But I want to be here to initially talk to you about the IET and what it is. The first thing to ask is how many people here have actually heard of the Institute of Engineering and Technology? Like to a show of hands? Oh, actually more than I thought. Well, this is what I want to talk to you today about, and that is that the IET, which is one of the 6 owners of IBC, is rarely discussed or talked about within the media world. And we've called this the Fight Club problem, which is something which the technical network I'm the chair of want to change in the coming year to 2 years to allow people to understand better about who the IET is, so that next time you come along to IBC, you know that one of those 6 owners is very into supporting the TV and media industries, and it's not just about being the one of the signs shown on the partnership pavilion that's behind us. So, as I said, it's one of the 6 owners of IBC. It's been around quite a significant amount of time. It's an older, learned society, a learned institution, going all the way back to 1871 as the Society of Telegraph Engineers, which shows the true history of where we have come from. But now it has over 168,000 members across 150 countries in the world, representing engineers at all levels in all industries, of which media is just one. But the way that we actually engage with the membership and also with the industry in general is through networks. As I say, the network that I represent is the newly renamed Media Technical Network. We used to be referred to as the Media Communications Technical Professional Network, which is rather a mouthful, and we're very much proud to actually have now a much simpler name for people to remember and understand really what we represent and what we work towards. And what we do, we, as an executive of what is currently now about 14 to 15 members, we organize events like this, presentations. We work with engineers in industry and within academia to actually promote engineering as a career. And we provide expertise towards the IET whenever it needs to with regard to the sort of expertise that we can provide in dealing with industry in consultations. So that's really a really brief introduction to the IET. We have a number of sessions scheduled for this afternoon. If you want to learn more about becoming a member within our community, you don't have to be an IET member to do that. You can go along to the links that are shown on the presentation now. But you can also speak to members who are here today. We have several of the exec around IBC. In fact, we have specifically 2 of us here today. Yes, myself, yes. And of course, we are also available, as many people are and organizations are, on LinkedIn. URLs on the screen. You can generally find us by search anyway. So this afternoon, though, is the sessions we've actually planned throughout this afternoon from 2:15 through till 5 p.m. are sessions focused loosely around the end of broadcast and the transition that I referred to earlier. And the hypothesis is setting out here is that we're in partway through a phase of a really rapid transition from RF-based broadcast technologies for distribution all the way through to up the stack, so to speak, to IP delivery to the consumer in a much more flexible and usable manner. But the panels this afternoon will focus on industry views, will focus on the production side, and actually will also focus on the platforms that actually deliver content to us and how they are actually battling it out to actually satisfy consumers' needs for TV everywhere. So if I just literally briefly introduce the panels, the one that we'll be starting in a little while at 2:15 is the primary panel where we have representatives of the Deutsche Television platform, Andre Prahl. We have Peter Siebert from the DVB, and we also have Yvonne Thomas from the Digital Television Group in the UK, who are going to give a very clear view from their organisations about the approach to IP and how that is changing the broadcast world today. And then we, as I say, the second session is going to be focused much more on the production side of things, looking at the way that de facto and actual standards for IP video production are working their way through systems today and how they compete and how they cooperate. And that's where we have individuals from the exec itself, in terms of Russell Trafford-Jones, who's going to chair the session. We've also got Mark Risby from Boxer Group, who's going to be present his perspectives. Willem Vermoost from EBU, and Will Waters from NDI, who are basically give a good round understanding of ST2110 and NDI and how it will work together or does not work together in today. And then from 4 o'clock we have the Platform War segment, which is hosted by Justin Leben from MediaTel. We've also got Colin Dixon from Enstream Media, Brian Paxton from Kingsmead Security, and Chris Ambrosic from TiVo, who will be coming along to really finish off the day with their perspectives on the platform wars that we have today. So really, that's the end of that brief introduction session. The actual sessions will start in at 2:15 in about 5 minutes' time. So for those of you, get comfortable and be ready to hear some really interesting discussions. Thank you very much.